Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you are most definitely welcome. I hope that this is the type of content that you like. I hope that you share this video with others and that you subscribe and become a part of our little community. And if you are coming back to my channel, welcome back. I'm hoping to get a little bit more engagement from you guys. I'd like to know actually what you guys think about the types of videos that I post, as well as about the things that I say in these videos. My goal is to try and create a community where we can engage and talk to each other about stuff, so where I'm not just talking at you guys, but we can actually talk and I can hear what your thoughts are, and hopefully continue to post videos that are in response to your questions, your thoughts, your opinions about certain things that I share with you guys. So today's video is for those of you guys who have been thinking about starting a YouTube channel and perhaps have just not gotten to the point where you pick up your camera and just sit down and actually start recording. I think that I've learned a lot from my YouTube journey. I started my YouTube channel probably in August of last year. I'm not sure how active I was in August, but I started in August of last year, and it's a little over 10 months now, I believe, that I've started the channel. And I think that I've learned a lot of stuff from as a byproduct of starting YouTube. I've gone through a lot of things that I did not expect to go through. So I'd say like 90% of the time that I've spent on YouTube, I've actually learned things that I was not expecting. So I hope that this video could be a video that shares some tips and hopefully encourages that person who has been thinking of starting the channel, especially coming from someone who has, I think I have about 260 subscribers right now. So I do not have a big community of subscribers, but it is something that I intend to continue doing, and I intend to continue posting for those 260 subscribers of mine. So the reason to start a YouTube channel for me came about when I was just sort of thinking about my life and the direction that my life would head, and I was basically just realizing that I intend to live a travel kind of life. I have a curiosity for the rest of the world and people's cultures and things like that. So when I thought of that idea, I knew that I would want a way to sort of document that experience, not only for myself to look back on and see just how far I've come, my development, because I am big on self-development, but also to document it for other people who might not be able to access those kinds of experiences, or for people who are actually thinking of experiencing a similar type of thing. I think if I'm able to do that, then I'm able to talk to people or show people an experience that they are perhaps considering, thinking about. There's a lady on TikTok who was talking about how she doesn't understand why people shop around for everything else. Like, if you're looking for something, you'll go and shop around for clothes, you shop around for a car that suits you, shop around for a car that suits you the best, but people don't shop around for a country or a city that they want to live in, that type of thing. So I think that's sort of like the life that I want to live for the next few years. So I'm hoping that through my shopping around, I can help somebody who's unable to shop around also experience those cultures, those places, those countries, hopefully, God willing, with me as I go on in my journey. The second reason why I decided to start a YouTube channel is what I've already sort of touched on in my first reason, which was to store my memories. And I wanted to also keep track of my development. I'm big on self-development, so I wanted a place where I'd be able to reflect on who I am, who I was versus who I am now, how far I've come, the type of person that I've become, because I really do believe that a person should grow and you should change as you grow and you should develop. So it's difficult for you to really pinpoint or just point out exactly, these are the ways that I've developed and grown in the past 6 months or whatever. You can if you sit down and think about it, but I felt like if I started YouTube and there was a way for me to actually just watch that myself and be my own critic, or be my own person who reflects on it, and I'm like, oh, look at what you did 10 months ago, and you know, it's 2 years down the line, and now you're able to actually do XYZ better, much better than you were. And maybe I can laugh at, oh, this was definitely like the ghetto child, like you could have done better with that, you know. Going right into the things that I am realizing, or the ways that YouTube is currently changing my life. The first thing is the realization that YouTube, and not only YouTube but other social media platforms as well, are not only for extroverted, loud, big personality type of people. You know, the person that I am on social media, oh my gosh, like especially the person that I am like on my TikTok, on my YouTube, that is not the person that I am in public with other people. You know, I could be that person with like very close friends, or very close, my family members, very close family members even. I remember one day my uncle came to my house, and he was saying, is she just a quiet person, or is she just like a very shy person, or what? And my family, like my mom and my dad and my sister, were like, no, she is not that type of person, you know. So my point is, YouTube is not just for loud, extroverted, big personality, all over the place type of people, because it seems like when you get onto social media, those are the type of people that you see, you know. I even have a friend who mentioned to me that she's also like currently going through her own social media journey, and she mentioned that she sort of felt like she did not have the personality for social media. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. Oh my gosh, like I think that social media, or YouTube in this instance is for anybody who has something to say, or anybody who feels like they have something that they want to share, they have something to put out there. What do I feel like I have to put out there and share with the world? Something that might benefit other people, or something that people might want to know or hear about, right? And my belief is that everybody has something to say. Some people really will benefit from your expertise, or they will really benefit from your experience, or they'll benefit from your wisdom, or any advice that you might have to share from them. People's dynamics are so different from your own. You might think that, oh, nobody might want to hear from me because people probably have their own sisters, or people have their own brothers, and you know, they're the ones who share everything with them, not knowing that actually some people have no sisters, some people have no older sisters, or some people have no older brothers. Some people do not have that kind of relationship with people who are supposed to be giving them that kind of advice, or who are supposed to be sharing that kind of wisdom or knowledge, or they just do not personally know somebody who's currently pursuing something that they want to pursue in their near future. Some things are just so out of reach. I have also built so much self-confidence through my social media platforms. I didn't have like a self-confidence issue, I'd say, like when I was younger, but once I started moving like to bigger cities and working, especially when I started getting into like the working environment, the workspace, those people just made me feel like I have the worst imposter syndrome ever. Even when I moved here to the US, and I was now like in the US, and I'm now in a class full of like Americans, and I'm working with only Americans, and I'm the only like South African, and you know, and it happens a lot also where like I'm the only black person in the entire room or in the entire situation. So I've had to deal with a lot of like feelings of imposter syndrome, and I think YouTube was definitely an outlet. Like for me, I tried to make sure that I voice out my opinions, the things that I am thinking or experiencing as I go through my social media platforms, and I think that has definitely helped me build my self-confidence in a way that I would have not expected at all. I used to have this thing where like anytime like I tried to communicate my thoughts, my voice, well, what first started is that I first just wouldn't say anything, because I thought, you know, what value do I have to add in this room full of at work I would think, in this room full of doctors and professors, what value do I have to add? And then when I moved here, I'm like, oh my gosh, what value do I have to add to in this room full of like Americans. And then over time I started feeling like, okay, I have something to add because I know what I want to say. But anytime like I would open up my mouth and try to speak, my voice would just decline. And people would be like, sorry, I can't hear you, which made it worse because now it means I need to, first of all, I need to repeat myself, and I have to now speak for longer than I would have anticipated to speak for, you know. So that was definitely like a struggle for me in the beginning. And like having social media and having YouTube as an outlet for my thoughts and organizing my thoughts, organizing the way that I communicate, definitely helped me sharpen that aspect of my life. Another thing that YouTube has really taught me in my life is learning how to communicate. Guys, social media is teaching me how to communicate. Like, I feel like a lot of people know how to talk, and we all know how to talk, but we do not know how to communicate. I don't even know whether I should say we do not know how to communicate effectively or communicate well. Sometimes when I'm editing my videos, I'll shoot my content and then I'll try and edit them. And then when I'm editing them, I'm trying to listen to myself like, what were you saying? What are you trying to say? Or what are you trying to get to, you know? And of course, like when I'm editing the content, I can edit those parts and like just skip to the points that I'm trying to make. But I'll notice those patterns like, oh, I'm so redundant actually. I take so long to get to the point. This is how I could actually communicate more effectively or more even assertively, because sometimes in some rooms you do need to be a very effective and assertive kind of communicator. Even like using filler words, I use a lot of filler words like just being able to play back those clips, seeing how I'm communicating, seeing what kinds of improvements I could make in my speech, etc., has been very good for me. It has helped me to definitely learn how to improve the way that I communicate much better. Another thing that I have definitely benefited from is basically skills. I've learned how to edit videos. That's something that I would have never known how to do. I've learned how to, you know, create thumbnails. I've learned how to make really engaging types of videos. I remember there was a video that I made, my introduction video actually. I created back in August, which I've now taken down, but I'm working on creating my new introduction video. But when I created that video and I shared it with like one of my friends, they were like, did you make this, or did you like get AI to do it for you? Did you pay somebody to do it for you? And I was like, oh no, I made it myself. And I was so proud because I was like, you know, these are all things that I would have never known how to do had I never started a YouTube channel. So I'm a good editor, you know. I think I'm a good editor. You know, some things are still hit and miss because I'm still learning, but I know how to edit now. And as much as I've had like a lot of positive things come out of this process, I did also have a lot of challenges, right? And that is something that I definitely want to share with you guys as well. I think my number one challenge when it came to creating my channel was, first of all, the niche. I struggled with the niche thing for the longest time. Like, I was making so many different kinds of videos because I wasn't sure. I think even now I don't have a proper niche when it comes to my content. I'm still just making the type of content that makes me feel happy, or things that I feel I'm fulfilled in, and things that I feel that would add value out there to the world. Somebody would benefit from that, you know. And I know that I'm good at it, and I know that even if I'm not good at it, I will progress even in the eyes of the public, and they will be able to take something away from that progress. So I think I still haven't really like found a niche like that yet. So I think if you are somebody who wants to start, and maybe that's the reason why you haven't started already, just do it, and you'll find it along the way. Because some things will work, other things won't work, you know. A lot of things are like trial and error. A lot of stuff is very much trial and error. Some things work, other things really do not work. So just start and you'll figure it out as you go. And I think because of, you know, that level of uncertainty when it comes to like my niche. I am still also struggling with coming up with video ideas. That's a struggle for me. Sometimes I have to just do some research or look at like, oh, what are other people, other YouTubers who are similar to the type of person that I would want to become. What are they posting? What has been engaging about their videos and stuff like that? So you do have to like do some research. I am currently still doing a lot of research when it comes to the types of videos that I'm going to post, or what people enjoy, what people don't enjoy. I'd say another big challenge of mine is also when it comes to time. I'm a student right now, and I'm also working. So I'm studying full-time and I'm working part-time, so it's difficult for me. It's been difficult for me to spend enough time on YouTube. I'd say I underestimated the process, if I am being honest. Like, I underestimated the amount of time and work that goes into creating content. You have to, it's so much. It's so much. Like, you have to, first of all, before you start, even maybe this could even be a tip that you guys could take before you start your channel. If you're going to film a video, don't just go into the video without having a plan, without having like a script, or having an idea of, it doesn't even have to be a script, because following a script is a bit hectic, because I mean, it's not a movie, you know. But you should have like an idea, like have bullet points of what you want to talk about, the things that you want to talk about, because it's so easy for you to just drift away and start talking about other things. Or if you don't have something that is planned well, like it wastes so much time, because you can't just film properly and talk about the things that you are supposed to, that you planned, because you didn't plan, that you were supposed to talk about in this video. So think about the video, do your research, write your bullet points, and then after you film the video, well, there's time to film the video as well, and then there's time for you that you need to edit takes a minute as well. So I was struggling a lot with time as well when it comes to content. I think that I'm still struggling with time as well now. I'm trying to pour as much time as I can right now, as I am in the summer. So the third struggle that I had when it came to social media is basically dealing also with people. I think when I first started social media, I was a bit more, how do I put it, fireball. Like, I was really very reactive, let me say. I was very reactive. Like, I was ready to react whenever, to whomever, and I don't care if I feel like you are someone who you stepping on stuff, stepping on my toes. I'm ready to react, and I'm ready to whereas now I'm just thinking, these are just people. Obviously I'm talking about, you know, now people who are who will say hurtful stuff to you, or who will say negative things that will try and discourage you. Just ignore people and move on, as long as you are not being disrespectful towards anybody. It's just something that you have to train yourself to just don't entertain, like, don't let it get to your heart, don't allow it to make you sad or whatever, and then don't be reactive. Okay, in closing, guys, I would just like to encourage anybody who's thinking of starting a channel, just start. You know, I think once you start, things will get better, because then you get a sense of what you can and what you cannot do, what you like, what you don't like. You'll find your niche as you go, and you learn a lot of skills along the way. You know, as long as you have a camera, which is a phone, which everybody has, and you have the internet, which a lot of people have, I think that, you know, this is something that you could potentially pursue. You know, it's something that you could potentially pursue, and hopefully one day you could even like make money out of it, even if it's not making money from the channel, as in your own YouTube channel, but you could make money from the skill set. I think you should definitely just start. That's the most important thing. Just start the channel. Start the channel and start making that content. And I wish you all the best and good luck. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and share it if you think that it was helpful to you. And I'll see you guys in my next video, hopefully.